This is gonna be an airsoft video. Not real steel, no knives, airsoft. Okay, so I bought this cheap, it's about $100 on Amazon or wherever. It's made by HFC, and it's a Mac 11. I never put the stupid can on it because it looks retarded. This thing's about $100. It comes with a magazine, and this is what the box looks like. You open it up, there's your Mac 11, and it comes with one magazine. Now I have bought 3 magazines. All that is some oil, because I oiled the shit out of them. 3 magazines, alright? The only one that works is this one. Okay? These two being of the same style. These are the ones that came with it, and then I bought it back up. They blow the input valve right out the bottom. So cheaply made. This one here, I believe it just leaks out the bottom. You know, the spare mags aren't even that expensive. They're not proprietary though, because this one is just slightly different. It holds gas, doesn't leak out of the input, it doesn't leak out of the output valve. Some people refer to these as a knocker valve, but this is your output valve, that's your input valve. So for anyone that wants to buy the Mac 11 by HFC, it's going to give you trouble. I bought this just for fun, okay? For YouTube and just to have fun with. And also, I see guys on the field pissing people off with these, and I figured, hey, I want to do that too. The first thing that happened when I got it was I broke the retractable stock. It retracts and everything. But what I broke on day one was the fact that this thing, when it comes back, sits like this, so it sits against your shoulder. I broke the little metal detent that holds it in that position. So my stock is useless. My wire stock that I wouldn't use anyways. So here's the little Mac 11. It's full size. That's what it looks like in your hand. All it has is a single selector switch. Full auto, semi, okay? That's the little charging handle up top. And the only other thing is the safety right here. Fire. Safe. Okay? I'll show you. It is fun as hell to shoot. It rips through that whole mag in about 2 seconds. But the other mags keep breaking. It's not a reliable sidearm, or definitely not a primary. It goes through the stuff way too fast. It's not fun to shoot on single shot. It's really just fun to shoot a burst at somebody, like it would be, I guess, in real life. But let me show you. So I'm telling you, don't buy the HFC Mac 11. You're gonna have trouble. You're gonna buy more mags. They're gonna break. I mean, I've already bought 2 extra mags. I've only had this thing for a couple of months. All right. I don't have a lot of time to play airsoft, so I can't even field this gun. It's not gonna, I don't trust it. I mean, and it's not gonna be as fun. I'm like, oh, I got 3 mags. I should be able to have some fun with this thing. I'll bring it in my backpack and just pull it out and blast a few people during the day. No, ain't gonna happen. So I'll show you really quick how it does work. Let me just set my phone on this little mount here. And what I'll do is I will, hold on 1 second. Flip. There we go. All right. I'll put a new piece of target, like, I don't know. Right near there, so you can see it. Alright, here we go. Bear with me a second, okay? I didn't prepare for this video like I should have. Just getting a target. Come on, you piece of shit. Here we go. You know what? Fuck the target. It's giving me a hard time. Just look at this. Look at this area right here. Okay, I'll draw a circle. Alright. See that circle? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. So, with my one decent magazine, what is that, about 48, 50 shots, something like that. Okay, here's my little Mac 11. You don't have to do anything special. Just put the magazine in and you pull back on the little charging handle. Now, they say that this thing is fully plastic. It pretty much is. There's a couple like metal components on it. Like this little shell right here might be metal. The wire stock's metal. The mag's metal. I don't know. That big ugly freaking can of a suppressor that comes with it, you won't catch me dead with that thing on here. But in real life, on a Mac 11 with a big suppressor like that, I guess you can kind of hold it by the suppressor. This being Airsoft, I'm kind of just holding it like this. So this is the Airsoft Mac 11 when it works properly. And you know what? You really don't have to aim, okay? Spray and pray with this thing. But if you want to aim, it's got the built-in just cut out iron, okay? One in the front, one in the back. Okay, I'm just going to do this nice and close so you guys can see it. That's it, it's empty. And when you do that, the chamber will close. It's done. Yeah, and you know, every once in a while, you'll get something hung up in there. Just open it up like that. Look inside. You know, it's very easy to get to. Is it, you know, a BB or a pellet, whatever you want to call them, will get stuck in there. If you want to tighten your hop up, it's right here, right on the same bar that your charging handle's on. Let it be in the resting position, and you will probably go right to add hop, left to remove hop. Mess around with that so you don't have BBs falling out of the barrel when you're not paying attention. Besides that, not really a great airsoft gun. Yeah, good for fun, and if you can find those mags that I'm using, these special mags, the ones that actually where you can see the input valve, these ones seem to work, but I don't remember which brand this is. The one that came with it was this style, okay? And this one, yeah, the input valve's okay, but this thing leaks out the output valve, and I did replace it, but it's got issues. The drilling was off, even with plumber's tape and all that, it didn't work. This one here was another brand new one. I went to go get it one day, and it had blown the input valve right out of the threads of the bottom, so there's not really much I can do to fix this one. Thank God these mags for this thing are only like $20 or something like that. They're cheap pieces of shit, just like the gun is a cheap piece of shit, but it's fun. It's a fun little submachine gun, you know, and if you put it on single shot, That's no fun. You guys are all dead. No. You get a Mac 11 for full auto, spray and pray, have some fun. Don't expect it to be a good airsoft gun. It's cheap. It's a piece of shit. KWA makes a decent one. If I wanted a decent one, I probably would get that one. Even though KWA used to be like the shit, and I pulled out my ATP the other day. I got that thing years ago. The what do they call it? The ATP, something training pistol. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, it shoots full auto. The mags are leaking. No matter how well I've taken care of my stuff, always leave a little bit of gas in your mags. I used to be against that, but I realized like refillable lighters, other things that hold pressurized gas, you don't remove it every time you're done using the item. So I started leaving gas in the mags, and that works great. I have a lot less issues with mags leaking that don't have any gas in them that have sat. So I leave a little bit of gas in the mags, but some are just junk, and over time the O-rings must rot. Even though I oil the O-rings and I try to do maintenance so that when I want to practice, shit works. There's not much practicing you can do with a Mac 11. Like I said, I bought this for funsies, for YouTube, really, just to do some fun stuff like that. Unfortunately, I only have one magazine, so it's not like I can drop a mag, pop a mag, show you guys what it's like to just really go nuts. I wish I could. But you saw how fast it flies through a mag. It's fun. I'm going to upload this to YouTube. Maybe it'll get a few views. Maybe it won't. But if you have bought the HFC Mac 11 and have had similar magazine issues, let me know. Everything else is okay. Yeah, once in a while, I'll have to go digging around in there and grab a pellet that's caught underneath the hop unit. It's not hard to get to, though. You can either get to it from here or you can get to it from there. There's no slide release. You pull the trigger to close the... It also shoots from an open bolt position, which I think the real Mac 11 does. Yes, of course, the open bolt, but it does still reciprocate, obviously, to grab the rounds and chamber them. But yes, the bolt door stays open, and it's probably because it flies through the freaking thing so fast they all just spit out of there. Either that or it's opening and closing so fast that you don't see it. But I'm pretty sure that a Mac 11 shoots from an open bolt position. Anyways, doesn't really matter. This is Airsoft. Get the KWA one. It's like 200. This thing's like 110 bucks. Okay? I wouldn't even say to get this as a starter gun because it's going to drive you nuts. You need to have a little bit of knowledge about gas magazines. I have some gas magazine tools. I have a whole bunch of input valves, output valves, silicone oil, and I only use silicone oil. I try hard to maintain these things. Some of them are just pieces of junk. Get the KWA one if you really want a Mac 11. Yeah, you know, it can take a beating. I'm not treating it nicely. One thing is, even with the mag that has gas in it, it ain't gonna fire unless there's BBs in there. It's weird, but it's like it knows. I mean, well, that was one of the shit mags. Let me try it with one of the good mags. Nope. And this good mag has gas in it. See? There's resistance on that. That's how you can check. Right there. If you want to dump the gas, press on that. Press on your output valve. It'll dump all the gas right out of your right out of the lip right there, where it feeds gas into the gun. If you want to dump the gas, press your output valve. Otherwise, don't dump the gas. Leave that little bit of gas in there so that it holds the pressure, keeps the O-rings on both ends lubricated, because most green gas has silicone oil in it. Yes, they sell non-oil added green gas. I just suggest buy the oil. People think that they dunk up their guns and shit. I've probably been playing with these things and playing airsoft longer than most. I'm old, okay? Trust me, it's not gonna ruin your guns. I've been using the old school green gas for years. I actually now buy much higher PSI green gases. They don't work good on these. Like I said, they blew the goddamn input valves right out of them. But for practice at home, yeah, I use the 190. You can't use that on a field, but they sell it. So what the fuck? That's my review of the HFC Mac 11. Fun to shoot. I broke the stock on day one. What is that supposed to do? Go like under my arm? No. This thing's supposed to sit up like this, so that you can at least like shoulder it. It's not enough recoil. I could care less. To be honest with you, I could do that. I don't even care about the stupid little stock. It's in the way of my aiming anyways. The only reason I leave it on there is for the authentic look. But I'm sure if I really, really, really wanted to, I could buy a new wire stock. Little button under there. It's not spring loaded. Press the button. Pull your stock out. Inside of here, there was a little detent that made it so detent that makes it so this thing will come down to this position, but if it breaks off, it goes like that. That doesn't help me. I was like, well, I could use it like this. It's too short. That's the whole reason you needed to do this. But it's not a real Mac 11. It's not shooting a 40 caliber round. I'm not worried about the recoil. It's airsoft. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Don't shoot your friends in the face, especially if you're using high-powered gas. Because with the high-powered gas, I can put it right through my my door down here. So don't shoot your friends in the face. Have a good night.